One of the plays that was really a head-scratcher yesterday was the Elijah Moore play. And so he's the first player in the last 20 seasons to lose 20 yards on a rush play that wasn't an intentional loss or a fumble. Kevin Stefanski talked a little bit more about Elijah Moore.
Obviously, that was a tough play the other day, but we want to continue to get him the ball. He's gonna be a big part of what we do. He has versatility where he can line up in the formation, but we will do a better job of getting him the ball.
And Scott, they got to figure out where to get him the ball. It's not a matter of getting him the ball. What is he effective doing? Because running north-south, that's not an effective use of his speed.
Yeah, that was an interesting play. I think that was the play they went with, like Harrison Bryant and Nick Harris, the backup center in the backfield, kind of like a full house, and then they motion more wide, and then they give him the ball, and it should have been a 6-yard loss. Like that's where he should have gone down, and then to me that's where the inexperience as a quote unquote running back comes in. Those guys don't reverse field and try to go all the way back most of the time, right? They put their head down, they make a 6-yard loss, a 4-yard loss, and then you live to play another day. And Moore didn't do that, and he probably thinks, hey, I can outrun everybody, and you just can't, and especially can't do it all the time. So probably not a great play call, certainly not blocked like they want it to be, and then he makes a bad decision and leads a 20-yard loss. But your point is well taken, Dave. They have to figure out a way to maximize his skill set. And I think it's still a work in progress. They're trying a bunch of different things. Like he's not a perfect player because he's not the biggest guy in the world. So I don't think you just take deep shots to him all day. But there has to be a combination, right? It can't just be hitches. It can't just be handoffs. Like they got to figure it out. And they've been throwing him a couple of hooks on the outside, and he catches it, and he's fine. Maybe you can add some over the middle stuff where he can catch it and run. Maybe a little slant, get him in space, and let him go. Because they haven't maximized it. They had 9 for 49 against the Titans, right? Which is a better sign, but it's still not what they would expect.
Yeah, and again, he's a guy that, if you get him the ball enough, he's going to break some tackles and get in the free. We haven't seen him get into the free where he can make that speed a threat to the defense yet.